Hey, it is your host, Famous Amos, with the Block is Hot podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate you all. Before we go ahead and start today's show, we just want to let you know of our monthly book of the month. Last month for the book of February, it was Behold a Pale Horse by Mr. William Cooper, rest in peace. It's a great book full of conspiracies, full of interesting topics that you may want to, get fulfilled on and get your brain all good and wrapped up. We're not doing another retake. I know I fucked up. Our book of the month, though, for the month of March is going to be Pimp by Iceberg Slim, the story of my life. I'm about one third way through the book. It is a great book. It reads like a Mark Twain novel, really personal, really intimate, and I think that you will all enjoy it and get into the life and mind of one of America's most notorious pimps. I highly recommend you check it out. It is available on Amazon. I believe it was only $10.97. Get that shit with Prime and get it next day aired to you. We're going to follow up and deep dive on Behold a Pale Horse in next week's episode and Iceberg Slim's Pimp, the story of my life in the month of April. To take it off with the comic book of the week, I give it to my co-host.
What up? It's Tim Redhose, and for the comic book of the week, in light of Captain Marvel coming out, I think tomorrow. Some theaters are showing it tomorrow. We decided it would be a great idea to go ahead and do Civil War II series. The Civil War II series was written by Brian Michael Bendis and Jim Chung. I believe Jim Chung is the main artist for it. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. You can see some Captain Marvel versus Thanos along with some other Avengers fighting each other in Civil War II. You can catch that on Comixology Unlimited. I think it's included with Amazon Prime, something like that. I don't know how it works, but yeah, that was definitely on Comixology, brought to you by Amazon. DJ
Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. K-Dot thoroughbred. Move like a militant soldier. On point like a pyramid. Forced to be reckoned with. Fuck with the best shit. Like the strongest manure, I'm ready when you are. This is it. I'm in the lab cooking up all day. Cooking up all day. Like a nympho, I've been dope since S-curl waves. Trying to convince hoes I got good hair. Knowing damn well there's chemicals there. I'm in the hood with the 17-year-olds that's on hood patrol.
If you know
and they
what
want stripes, so they shoot
Kendrick
off
Lamar
bikes. And you
song
know,
this is,
the moment you
and
can
what
lose
his
your life, so
previous
kiss your
rap
kids and hug
alias
your wife or
was.
whatnot. Yo,
This
I spawned with a
classic.
dragon. He
Yeah,
tried to
this
throw
was
a
a hard
flame,
one.
but I ducked like the battle laughing. That's a metaphor for any rapper who want it. I smack him till
Just
their
let
nose is
verse
running.
one
You know
not
the
sure.
hose
Let it
is
ride
coming
out
if
for a
I'm
minute.
there.
Yeah,
And the hose is
hit.
coming. Once
Gotta
we hit the
absolute,
hotel,
you know?
there's no assumptions. Cool out before I move out. Hop on the 105, do about 105 before your ass get through out the back seat. There's a dead guy on the freeway. Oh, it's not that. Telemedics is okay. A beast with a beat break. You probably think I'm dope like it's the realest shit I wrote, but to me it's a throwaway. I stare at the four walls and rap like a mad at God. Nice enough to throw a spirit nose. Lock Jet J. Matter of fact, I take that back. See, I don't fuck with real legends and rap like you do. I'm crucial, concealed by real preps and so wolves, and they shoot like photography students when beef get to brewing. Is it real, son? Is it really real, son? Is it really real, son? Is it really real? Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel. Rappers got
Kendrick
nothing
Lamar
for
had
me.
it.
One sound.
But you said that it's hard to find this, right? I got all of it.
I guarantee you will forget that.
Come again, no introduction, you know my name. Soul brother do suck the juice from my dang-a-lane. Orangutan arms banging niggas like a set. When I speak, stay fucking silent. Like sex with the death. Violence, I play it like violins in the orchestra. Treat you like vitamins, then spit you back out like a verse I had way back before I had it mapped out. Rip a page out the almanac to cross-reference when I wreck shit. I wish jawbone fractures on all of you rappers bumping your gums like got the measles.
I'm
When
not
a
gonna
record
tell you
meets the
which
needle,
mixtape
head
this
spinning
was
like a
on.
12-inch.
I have
Smoking
no
with
idea
that
what
cell
mixtape.
tip.
I have
Like I shot
the
every
mixtape.
bird, follow my word. Big
I have
Herb,
both of them
deal with
still
it.
on
I
my
need a
digital
hospital
hard
gown. You
drive.
need 54 cards,
Backed
deal
up
with
on
it. You may
a
think I'm
different
killing
hard
it, but
drive.
I'm killing
I
it
have
like
my
a
Mac
bitch
hard
in the
drive, my
club
PC
shooting.
hard
Hey,
drive.
yo, the flow potent, who more focused? Kick those open, deliver the golden
yeah.
opens, leave with 2 guns smoking.
Who the
It's
fuck
me,
is
the
this dude?
podium closing, poet well spoken.
Oh,
The gross
that's
is
the
most
other
consistent
app
with
guy,
eminent
right?
penmanship. Mind bending,
App Dash or
coexisting with the
some
written verbal assassin.
Obviously,
Eternally
he didn't
smashing,
hit.
spazzing
Yeah,
on
he
tracks.
did. I mean, he went
Translation,
hard
I'm
on this
disgusting
song,
in
though.
action. A lyrical
This-
glutton with
this
busting
fucking
over
track
sound
is
wave
fucking dope.
productions. Y'all don't want nothing. The sum of all
Especially,
fears.
I don't know.
Mercury
I
rising,
don't
I'm
know
summer
if
all
there's any
year.
other songs
I
that other
16 them
people
to
heard
death
of.
and wish them the
Yeah.
best. I
Yeah.
guess that's
Inhale?
the gift
Oh
and
my
the
God.
curse. You see my pattern. Y'all still rapping like
shit.
that's what's happening. I write rhymes with fire on stone tablets. Peep the malice, I'm a monster. Your boy running late like William Joseph Crawford. Real son, is it really real, son? Is it really real, son? Is it really real? Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel, son. Tell me how you feel.
Rappers got nothing for me. One sound wave record me. Every MC
I have the
I'm
whole
sure
album,
to
but it's
rip
separate. You know,
them.
it's
I
like it
guarantee
separates
you
it when
will
it's like a person is fucking stupid.
Straight up,
Yeah.
don't get hate up. Put rappers in quicksand.
I
That lean on
like
them like
when my
kickstands. I'm
OCD
so hot.
was
Kids
bumping
put me in
hard,
their
like
iPod.
fucking that was the
Giving
thing where like
atheists, play my shit
I
and
would
say,
go
my
and,
God,
like,
Jesus, Joseph,
if
and
I had
Mary,
a
he's
day,
nice.
I would
Don't
just
compare
start
me to
pounding
them.
out
Just
all the
compare me to
names
Mike Jordan
and
when I
features.
recorded
Like I'll
the
take
verse
the
and the chorus
features,
is ill.
and put them on the
Landed
side of the
level
song,
fortune with
like the
life, my
song
skills.
title.
Player,
I'll take
watch
it
a
out of the
layup.
artist name,
Bar had the bar
unless
like
it was
I'm trying
like
to build a
an
gate up.
album that
See
was
me on the way up,
specifically
like a elevator,
these
I'ma let
two
you take the
artists did
stairs.
it. Like
Metaphor
say
meaning,
like
I'm already
the
there.
21 Savage Metro Boomin fucking and Offset shit. I'll label it the artist as that. But like if it was like 21 Savage and he had a song that he was featuring like Offset or Metro, I would put that shit in parentheses in the song title. Fucking got anal about that shit. That shit used to drive me fucking nuts.
That was like the equivalent
nuts.
of having to like organize your shit manually, of like a library of like records and tapes and CDs. You had like with me personally, I had to make
Yeah.
sure it was like in order from A's to Z.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly. That's what it is like.
And with my iTunes library, back then when you were downloading from like iTunes, I mean not iTunes, LimeWire, FrostWire, what's it called? What's the other one? Rhapsody, not Rhapsody.
What'd you say?
Napster?
I never used that.
LimeWire,
UTorrent,
yep.
UTorrent,
Kickasstorrents.com.
Kickass Torrents, fucking Pirate Torrents or Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay, yep.
Yeah,
So back in those days when you had to actually have your shit,
so many viruses.
viruses and just sloppy music. Like, nigga, why do you have it all in one line? It's not broken down by
Do you know what's
artist,
fucking funny?
album.
The funniest
track
part was
number.
like when people would slip their lines in with the song. Like they're like it'll be like this song, and then they'll have like their own line, and then they'll slip it into the song as if it's part of the song, and then you'll be listening. Every once in a while, you'll come across some dope shit where it's like, damn, who was that guy? I didn't know he was on this song, and then you look it up, and it's like, nah, that wasn't even an actual track. That guy just remixed his verse into it.
Bro, my MacBook,
Like as long as it slapped, it was cool.
my MacBook Pro is turning 10 years old this year.
How much porn is on that thing?
No porn, but it has an archive of gigabytes full of music and
Yeah.
all my terrible. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got stuff where it's like you said, like people mix their shit in, but I have tracks that just never got cleared, never got released, but they were on there. Like, I got Kanye songs that like you can't find on Spotify and Apple iTunes and Tidal. Like, he never cleared it, he never let go. Just they were leaked.
Yeah, I remember. I don't have any of that shit. I remember I had an iPod back when I was back in my younger days when I was 18, and I ended up losing it. But I remember I had like almost 100. I think I had 120 gigs saved of music, and that iPod was like a 160 gig iPod. And it's all shit out. Like it had all types of music, things I will never find again. Things things I'm happy I lost. Honestly,
I think everyone's had that. Like, I have a computer that hard drive, unfortunately, due to porn, it got crushed. And you know what it was? You know what it was? It was the fucking Kim Kardashian tape. Not gonna lie, it was that Kim Kardashian tape that got it.
There wasn't even that great of quality.
No, it wasn't. But I was curious. I was like, okay, let me see what's good. LimeWire, and I downloaded it. Like, nope, fucked my shit up, and I cleared my hard drive. I was like, my music is gone, and I lost the music from a bygone era. Not even just music. I lost a lot of stand-up tapes.
Oh yeah,
I had a lot of stand-up tapes.
Dude, I used to have
bootleg
everything by Mitch Hedberg.
Yo, I used to have his discography.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites because, like, I mean, he passed away. For all of you that, if you haven't found out yet, Mitch Hedberg like gone, and he's been gone for a while. And like all of his soundtracks, like some of them you could like, even like his recordings, like you could just get lucky and have one of those one-off live recordings in like whatever discography you downloaded of him, where like you could hear like jokes while either just not in their perfected form or in a form where like when he said it was so much funnier than what would have been on the actual like I guess album, you know? Like there's one that like I can never find it, but like the joke, he was saying a joke and it had something to do with being a tie-dye shirt or some shit like that gets tossed in the dryer, but like before you're like something weird, and then like he I can only assume he does a crazy motion, and then after he does it, he goes like, "Man, that's a horrible CD joke. No one could even see me."
I remember that one.
And then there's that one where like it's hard for me to find that small bit. I forgot what even leads into that bit. Then even the shit that he did where it's like with like McDonald's, he's like, "No, yeah, we're I want to have a McDonald's that doesn't participate in anything." It's like, "Nope, we've got spaghetti and blankets. We're no way affiliated with that clown." Fuck you.
Totally missed the mark with that one.
Yeah, I don't.
But no.
It's been a minute.
And I don't think you can find any Mitch Hedberg sets on Spotify. At least the ones that I used to have.
Yeah.
At least in those types of clips. But I still have heard Mitch Hedberg on satellite radio. So they're still keeping him alive. He's still out there.
Oh, they do his shit?
Yeah, they still do Mitch Hedberg.
I just still wish I had those old ones. Those old illegally downloaded ones that gave absolutely no profit to them. I wish I still had those.
You know what I had?
Because those were the best ones.
And I'm not sure if I still do have it. I used to have the T.I. verse, the whole song for You Don't Know Me.
You Don't Know Me.
But I had the acapella.
Yeah. Oh,
and that shit went so hard. I used to have a whole bunch of like T-Pain acapellas too. Like,
yeah, I actually had.
I just had music and just like stems.
A lot of things you down like, or at least for me, a lot of things that I downloaded was on accident. Where it was like, what? Where did this come from? That's like even like when I listen to Spotify, if I hear a song by an artist that I like, I go like, or not even like an artist that I don't know, I'll just go to whatever album that song was on and like the whole album. And who knows, when I have my shit on shuffle later on in the future, there's going to be a song that plays that I'm really into. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't remember liking this.
So that was the beauty of mixtape days. Like there was a time where I used to just like download music.
Yeah.
Not even knowing. Like I just be like, you know what? That looks like a good album cover. I'll just download it to my shit and check it out. And if it's ass, I'll delete it. But if it's like good, I have it forever. Like that's how I first found out about Currency. Like I knew about him, but I really didn't check him out. And I think the first mixtape I really checked out of his was, I believe, Pilot Talk.
Yeah.
One, and then after that, I was hooked. I started downloading and fucking with everything, and now I have so much Currency still on my hard drive that it's like, damn, like, and they're all bangers. Like I have Stoned Immaculate, Weekend and Uncle Bernie's. I have How Fly. I have
Currency and Wiz Khalifa still make music together.
They just did 2009, which is like their sequel to How Fly.
Oh shit, that's fucking dope. 2009 was when that shit came out, huh?
Yes, it was a beautiful time.
You remember Wiz Khalifa, the Wiz Khalifa glow up? Like that came out of nowhere. That's back when like everybody was smoking weed and taking pills. That's how I remember those days.
And I still have that music. I still have Burn After Rollin', Prince of the City Volume 2, Cushion Orange Juice.
How did
Wiz Khalifa
even come
That was
about?
Like when I started really falling.
I feel like everybody caught on to him at the same time. It's because everybody was using the same websites or some shit.
I'm not gonna lie,
because I think you were the first person that showed me Wiz Khalifa.
For our crew,
I remember Austin was the first person to show me Kid Cudi.
Austin showed us Kid Cudi and all of us Kid Cudi, because I remember when he hit me up and we were talking about it, he called a radio station and put them on saying like, have you guys heard of Day and Night? And they're like, what? And like, go on YouTube. And they're like, what the fuck is YouTube? And that's when like he told them, go to YouTube, type in Kid Cudi, and like they play, I think it was a Power 106.
Really?
It was like one of those late night shows, or maybe it was, cause it was like those late like 1 a.m. 2 a.m. shows.
Yeah,
the one like they used to do the freestyles on.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Oh my god, do they still do that shit?
I'm pretty sure they still do. I haven't listened to the radio dead ass in maybe like 12 years. Not 12. That's way too long. 9 to 8 years, because 2012 is when I really stopped fucking with like the radio. I even took the antenna off my truck.
Yeah. No, yeah, I haven't. I personally do not put the radio on ever. If the radio's on, that means something's wrong.
But I think 2016 is the when like music really stopped becoming available to download as much, and everything started becoming stream based. Like a lot of my music in my digital catalog ends at about 2014.
I feel
like
you.
it was very hard to get albums to download, because a lot of websites started getting taken down that had them, and you really couldn't get the files.
That sounds about right.
So now all my music is basically streamed, but I do buy certain music through iTunes, like projects that I really fuck with. Like the most recent like CD that I bought was fucking Sullivan LaQ's project, Apologies in Advance, and that was last year. So, but other than that, unless I really fuck with it, it's just like, give me your stream, and but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Yeah, that sucks. I really wish I had that old iPod of mine. That'd be nice to like just plug it in and like listen.
Well, if you ever want some hard copy of music, I have my library to your disposal. I don't
want that. I want what I had.
I know, but I have a lot of music.
I have.
Be surprised.
I have a lot of music, especially like only on my Spotify. That's what sucks.
That's what I'm saying. I have a lot of music.
That's what sucks. Once
James Brown, Morrissey,
whole shit like stops working. If at any point this shit were to stop working properly, I have no more music.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to preserve my music. If you want it, you can have it. I have like 79 gigs worth of music.
Yeah, that's why it would be cool.
Hard copy.
That's why it'd be cool to have that old iPod, because even though it's still digital,
if ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk.
No, I'm just saying if like even though it's digital, it's still how it was downloaded onto that iPod. You could never remove it unless you have a computer to remove it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's stuck there forever.
That is very true. That is very true.
Oh, what's this that you pulled up?
Oh, well, this is something I did want to get into.
How that happened?
Well,
is that
hey, they can't see what we see. Let's break it into our listeners.
Before we get to that, is that how he got that contract to marry Kim Kardashian?
Nah.
Is that part of the contract?
Nah.
So for everyone, because no one could see what we could see right now, it says Kanye West legally obligated to make music forever. How funny is that? I was just like literally saying that word. I didn't even know that word was about to come up in the end of this sentence. Kinda. And that's literally what comes up at the end of that. Kanye West legally obligated to make music forever, parentheses, kinda.
Yeah, honestly, it's a fucked up situation, but people are trying to shit on him because that whole, slavery sounds like a choice. Apparently in his contract, he really did fuck up, and
Did Michael B. Jordan say that shit too?
Basically, according to his contract with EMI Publishing, it's contractually bars him from retiring.
Oh,
he has to continue to make music. However, he's trying to file a lawsuit, basically saying because he works in California, the term of a contract can only be for, I think, about 7 or I believe 10 years. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't pulled the resources up in front of me right now to have up. I'm just going off of what I read earlier. So if that's the case, I ain't trying to see a black man in no fucking servitude, but I can't also dismiss his stupidity in his actions of signing a contract with that type of material. Like, when it comes to signing documents, have your lawyer present. If you're making a deal, have your manager and your agent present, but always have someone read through that paperwork. Like, who the fuck would ever sign that? But that could be the very definition of, on a conspiracy side, of when they say you sell your soul.
Yeah.
Shit, what's his name? The fucking rock and roll player? Shit.
Which one?
The one who said that he sold his soul to the devil.
There's a few of them.
The guitarist.
I feel like
Old as fuck.
I feel like a lot of them said that shit over years. I mean, even Lady Gaga said it. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people when they sign these contracts, I mean, shit, we have buddies that they almost end up. Well, I shouldn't say they almost ended up signing the contract. They got a contract and they immediately said no once they found out what was in the lettering of the contract, and it was broken down to them by their lawyer, and it was basically saying that the image that they were upholding, so like their style, their song like cadence and shit, all that shit was basically going to belong to them. If they were to ever stop making music for them, they would have to completely make different personas, and that music would be owned by them no matter where it's played in the entire universe.
The universe, my nigga?
That was the wording of it. In the entire universe, that image was theirs.
That's some evil ass fucking shit, dude. Like, that's some real ass evil ass shit. Because think about it. It's like, they really went to the universe, my nigga.
Exactly.
Like, you really think I'm about to be playing my shit on fucking, like, Pluto, my nigga? Like,
exactly.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And that's what these contracts are. I feel like that's why ultimately Prince, when he did his whole thing with his name, why he ended up doing it. Because
the artist formerly known as Prince.
Exactly. And then I mean, some people say that's part of what led up to Tupac getting assassinated, was because he was about to start his own thing, Machiavelli, which if under that contract, once he made his Machiavelli label, he wouldn't be under Suge's contract anymore, which is technically what was going on with Dre and Snoop too, why they had drama, and why Easy got beat and all that shit. Because, yeah, I remember, these contracts are written by lawyers and shit. So, like, the only way to make sure that, like, you can't get fucked, you're going to need someone that understands the law just as much as whoever fucking wrote this shit.
Sounds like someone's going to hell.
No, yeah, but definitely if I was Kanye, I'd be like, yeah, I'm kind of over it, and you know what? I'll just stop being Kanye West.
He can't do that, though.
I'll just stop being Kanye West. I'm like, peace. I'd change my name. I'll make myself a couple shades darker. I'd find a new wife.
I don't know, man.
I'd basically fake my death. I'd fake my death. Yo, maybe that's why some people say these artists fake their deaths and just go do other shit. If I was Kanye, I wouldn't mind it. He has enough money to do it.
I think to them, it's the image and identity. It's like stealing your name.
Yeah.
And forcing you to change it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like going into witness protection.
And then guess what? They just produce a clone and have it take up your name and your identity. And now he's a reformed man. I'm totally bullshitting here. I'm not sure if I could definitely say that's not going on, but it works if it did. And look how smoothly it flowed right there. It could work.
If cloning is real.
We know cloning is real.
And Kanye
shit
is really just bugging right now. That would actually make the most sense. Yeah. Where it's like, yo, this clone's tripping. We gotta show the world he can't not be Kanye. Sorry guys, like, he's contractually obligated.
Or maybe they're trying to pressure Kanye out of being Kanye so they could replace Kanye with a clone. Or a robot. A robot clone.
I just think we need to. All I'm saying is this: the world may be mad at Kanye, but I think we need to appreciate his past.
I appreciate Kanye. I like Kanye.
Yeah,
I fuck with Kanye heavy. Sometimes his music sucks.
You'll never take away the Trinity.
Sometimes the thing
me,
he says,
as far as his album, his Trinity is, of course,
yeah, I fuck with Kanye.
Dropout, Late Registration, and fucking Graduation. That's my, the other albums are cool, but those three are like the best.
You gotta stop before you say that 808 and Heartbreak.
Yep, you definitely gotta stop because
the most embarrassing part.
I can listen to Heartless.
I fucked with Kanye so heavy, especially as a young man. I was bumping that album.
You were bumping a lot of Nas too.
Oh, of course. 3-6 Mafia.
Oh shit! You know what song I was listening to the other day?
What?
Lil White.
Little White. Oh, I'm on acid.
I'm on acid.
Oh my god.
Hold up.
The dogs or some
I think
the dogs picked up the brooms. I'm on acid.
I think the listeners need to get a little bit of this taste.
There was like multiple versions
from
of
what we were on back in the day.
So about the drug.
What we were rolling around to, just like doing just dumb, ignorant hood rat shit.
We all had systems in our cars, just
bumping shit.
Man, what's this supposed to do to us anyway, man? Chased around the car by some midgets in the parking lot. Hey, is that midget coming over here?
Mind you, never done acid.
I think I done acid like one time before I heard this song.
I was a fucking I think first time I heard this going into senior year.
Yeah, because I remember me and Scoot were heavy on this shit.
Where are we at and why are we leaving? Trees are shrinking, turning plants to roots and roots back into season. Clouds are changing, coming at me, different directions. Now I'm freaking, toes are raking, body shaking. Man, I thought it was some crack. Called the fire department, told them I had a flame up on my back. This shit's crazy, plus the navel, razors dancing on the table. There's a horse, we got a horse, yeah we do, and I seen the stable. Quit your flogging, I ain't flogging, gotta be who you talking to. I'm talking to you, talking to me, listening, cause I have you and I have to be kinda smart to even catch that. I might be tripping, but the pippin' gripping, gotta spit that with no expectancy. I made a party from a robbery.
That was awesome. That was a flashback.
Flashback in the past, and I feel bad for my man Kanye, who's stuck into that.
How
contract.
old was that song before we were listening to it?
I have no
When
idea.
did that song come out?
That was just, that was a song.
Look that up. I want to know what year that song came out because there's no reason we should have been listening to it.
I think that song might have been recent. I think that was one of those like hot new hip hop songs.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I found it on a 3-6 Mafia discography where like it went back to like their 666 days when they went by that.
It was released on 2003.
Yeah.
So we were in middle school.
No, we weren't in middle school listening to that.
Oh no.
That was senior year, I think. Maybe even junior.
No.
3-6 Mafia, we were driving.
I'm talking about when the song was released though.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we were listening to this song.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know when we were. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when the song was released. You said when the song. All right,
no, yeah,
we're getting off track here. Well, we do have other topics we were going to get to today on the Block is Hot podcast, and I wanted to get your opinion on this one because I found it when I was skewing through, and you may not be as well versed in Reddit as I am.
No, yeah, definitely not.
So, have you ever heard of Ethan Lidenberger?
He looks like
I wouldn't expect you to.
No,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
He looks whack. He looks like McLovin.
Well, basically, there's a meme going around which basically has him.
There needs to be a meme with him where he's like, "Chicka, yeah, vaccinated."
Yeah,
that would be. I feel like that would be a good one.
that would be pretty.
Not
dope.
him, but like McLovin saying that.
Oh,
like in that scene, and then write that shit out. You got me.
yeah.
My bad.
All right, so basically, this kid was a meme where they just had him paired up with some Skyrim shit, basically saying, you know, he went on his 18th birthday and got vaccinated, basically against his mom's wishes, and he has now testified against the Senate, talking about his mom being a conspiracy theorist and how she doesn't believe in anti-vaxxing and all that other stuff. And I just kind of wanted to get your opinion on this whole situation and where it could possibly lead. Not saying that I'm saying you shouldn't vaccinate your kids. That's something that you can do. I'm not saying that you have to, only because like we have like tribes and fucking like little pygmy African people and people in like the rainforest that like have no human contact, but they don't have any vaccination. So I'm saying you don't need it, but I'm just saying life might be easier if you do have it.
Yeah. Little fun fact about me: when I was 18, I got a flu shot, right? And shortly after, as a kid, I had bronchitis, and I didn't have bronchitis for many years. And after I got the flu shot, my bronchitis like flared up because I caught pneumonia and the flu. So yeah, I'm kind of like, yo, if you don't need it, don't take that shit. And apparently here we got an 18-year-old kid, 18-year-old young man who's never been vaccinated and then finally decides to get vaccinated. My question is why? Because apparently, I mean, you didn't die. So, like, you made it this far. Why are you just going to get vaccinated now? You obviously didn't need it. Oops.
I think it's kind of a mixture of both. I'm not calling this kid a plant. I'm not calling him anything like that. But I don't get what the whole meme is about, because he made it to 18 apparently without getting vaccinated, and he's fine.
Yeah, he didn't need it.
So it's like he kind of proved the point that yes, I guess you don't have to be vaccinated.
Exactly.
And you can live a healthy fucking life.
Exactly.
And he's cool. He's smooth. I mean,
his ears are a little small and he has a punchable face and he wears glasses, but I mean, he just wasn't a strong child. Maybe even better facts. He looks a little weak and he survived. So apparently it can't be that fucking crazy to not get vaccinated, right?
I'm not saying that it can't be that crazy. I just think that why is the hostility? Why is everyone acting so crazy?
Exactly, because and I'm going to keep calling him weak, but this weak child survived 18 years without needing it. We won.
And why is he Why is he like testifying his shit in like before the Senate?
His mom to court?
I think so. Like, it's before Senate.
Did he sue his mom for? Did he sue his mom for not getting him vaccinated? Is that what's going on here?
I think that's what happened.
I don't like this kid.
He seems like
I mean, I'm glad he didn't die horribly from viruses that lesser men than him died from. But fuck this kid. He's a little queer. Why is he suing his mom?
I don't even think you can say that anymore.
I thought queer was a safe one. I thought faggot was the one.
Nah, you can't say anything anymore. You gotta call him like wildland critters.
What the fuck does this little chipmunk? You get to fucking sue his mom.
Oh, it's crazy how that works now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know what's fucked up? And this goes out to all the blockheads out there.
Blockheads, what's good?
Remember when you could just insult someone but it didn't have to mean anything? Like, we're talking shit, but we're not actually being hateful. It's not this just comes from like, what can I say to make someone just like be upset? But then like, you can't call someone like anything that like, what can you say to insult someone now?
Oh, dude, it was funny. The other week, I was at one of our buddies' house, and I forgot what I was about to say exactly, but I was like, the punchline was going to use the word faggot, And then, like, I remember as I was saying it, the F slipped out. And I was like, oh, wait, there's a few of them around me right now. I can't, that would be a little bit too rough. So then I had to, like, abort mission and lead into another joke right after. But I remember the feeling was like, I would imagine if I was a white man and I said nigger in front of a bunch of black people, that's kind of like the feeling I had inside my body. Like, ooh, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that. Stop, abort, go to another joke.
That's a shame that you have to pull the punches, but
yeah, I'm trying to be polite. I'm usually not polite. Sometimes I just say shit anyway, but I'm trying to not do that anymore.
See, I'm not looking at it as a form of right or wrong. It's more of a comparison of the times. Have you watched any older movies as of lately? Maybe something from like the 90s or maybe early 2000s? American Pie, Mike Myers, Austin Powers. I mean,
actually, I was watching a little bit of Austin Powers the other day. Yeah.
Like you could never make that movie today.
Yeah, I don't feel like it can. I don't feel like it would swing the right way.
Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Yeah, the people who like those
Out Cold.
The people who like those movies already like those movies, or they just haven't been introduced to that style of comedies anymore. I don't really like new comedies. Like new comedies.
Even Superbad isn't like, you can barely do Superbad was like showing where it was going, and now it's like, fuck.
Yeah, that's like
that's like what people think. Like,
that was perfect timing.
Think about old school Adam Sandler.
Wedding Singer.
Yeah, Punch Drunk
Love. Fucking Anger Man. You can still do
Actually, I take that back. You can still do Adam Sandler movies.
He can do Adam Sandler movies. He had a relatively family friendly appeal to a lot of his movies. It was when he got older he started doing like a lot more like slightly depressing movies. They're still funny.
I think Spanglish. It was once he did Spanglish, it was like, what the fuck are you doing, Adam?
Yeah.
What are you doing? We don't give a fuck about this shit, dog.
Yeah, how did he get roped into like rom-coms? How did Adam set?
He was getting older and he felt like he had to like do something.
I feel like it's. I think Wedding Singer was like kind of like the first one he did. No, maybe there's other ones. That's kind of like the first one that I remember that was actually fucking funny too. And then there's 50 First Dates. I know was another one.
50 First Dates. I like that video.
I like those movies, especially even like as a kid.
People actually talk a lot of shit about Adam Sandler, but he's still one of my favorites. But I was just saying, like,
good memories.
There's just movies that you can't do anymore.
Pixels. Oh no, that was a new movie, but yeah, that movie it wasn't the greatest. A lot of people talk shit on it. Do you remember the sap gloves?
Yeah.
I wish I had those still. I'm gonna buy some more. They're perfect for punching zombies.
Oh shit.
What?
Alright, so this is something that you probably know about, because your nasty ass be eating ass.
That doesn't mean I have HIVs.
I know, but you eat ass.
That doesn't mean I have HIVs.
I know, but you eat ass.
What the fuck does that have to do with having HIVs? Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
The wrong background music.
Wrong background music, definitely.
That music was kind of what you catch HIVs to.
This is what you catch the fucking nice chill nap to once you fucking smoked out with the chick.
I'll eat some delicate asshole to this music.
Yes, Dominic, I eat ass.
Yes.
So, apparently a London patient might be the second person to be cured of HIV, which means we are getting closer to a step to cure of AIDS, which was created according to the information in William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse.
Yeah,
was created by the government.
Niggas.
It was just another form of population control, and
I mean, shit. I even asked my uncle about this, who's my Mexican uncle.
Might this be the?
And he was telling me about how, like, back in the day, like when this shit was popping off, they referred to black people as the Negro problem. You got to think about that shit. Shit was made to kill black people. And just fun people in general.
They're tired of all the swinging dicks around.
Yeah. It always has to start with dick size. Every war is like, that guy's dick is comparable to mine. So I'm going to fucking fight him and kill him and all his people because they have comparable dick sizes. And I want the biggest dick around.
You know what also, too? There is a chance this could all be a part of the grand scheme. They influence HIV around the world. They miraculously come up with a cure, puts more faith in science and technology. It's just all out there. All out there, man.
Aren't they trying to make a new religion, though? Aren't they trying to unify everyone under a new religion?
Well, I think right now it's going to be pushing towards a one currency. I think like everything's starting to lose faith, and it's all going to start being moved towards like a digital economy.
I see that. Is that what's going to unify us? Is that the unifying factor?
That and some type of natural disaster.
Aliens.
That too, maybe.
That might be a real one that might actually be coming soon. But I feel, my problem with it? It's too obvious. I feel like everybody that knows to be looking, I feel like everybody sees it coming. And for that reason, like, are they really gonna? It's like,
are you really prepared though for that?
Do they think they could actually pull that off without people questioning? Like, okay, wait, we all saw this coming. We all know that there's some shystiness in play. I don't think they could pull it off on us. On us, maybe a few. Like, how many generations down are they willing to go? Yo, I want to see some fucking aliens in the skies. Don't give it to those younger fucks. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Everyone, we were just saying right now, that's what I'm saying, everyone, you want to see something, I want to see something. You're only looking through one spectrum.
Exactly. They see over.
What I'm saying is, have you ever looked up at the night sky with infrared goggles?
No.
You'll see things that you can't see with the naked eye.
Really, I would believe so because they're infrared goggles.
So if there are so-called dimensional beings,
mm-hmm.
you may be able to see them on the infrared spectrum. If you look up YouTube videos, you can see it, and I'm actually investing right now to get a pair of nice, Gen 3 night vision goggles.
My parents might have some at home.
So
I might take some of theirs for a night.
Yeah, go out to the desert or something, or where it's like really clear and bright. Stare up at the sky. You may see something that isn't in the ordinary. Like people call them satellites, but satellites don't move in certain patterns.
Yeah. I fuck with that idea. Actually, I'll be right back.
While my co-host goes out there and urinates, I would just like to thank all of our subscribers and all of our followers out there paying tribute, and also those out there that are just taking part in the discussion in the comment section on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. But yeah, HIV. I think we're getting to that point now where a lot of diseases are going to be cured, but it's going to be due to a lot of genetic altering, especially now that we have the technology to do it. But I am no doctor. I'm just some guy who's speculating on things and reading things. But something I did want to kind of get to, and it's Tim Redhose can discuss it too, was a very common household item, and just item in general. It's used for waterproofing, bulletproofing, just an item in general. Teflon. I never knew that how bad the process of making Teflon is for us. It apparently releases this chemical called C8, and yeah, it's not good. And the main companies are M3 and DuPont,
3M.
or 3M.
Yeah, very common companies.
And apparently they made billions by exposing the entire world to a toxic chemical. Of course, Teflon, which causes cancer, birth defects, and now found in about 99.7 Americans. So basically, all of us have this in our system because Teflon's been around for a minute.
99.7.
And they've been wasting. They've had a water waste, which is causing a lot of livestock to die. And
what the fuck? Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that fucking polytetrafluorethane.
PTFE.
Is that the actual concentrate of what Teflon is? The scientific name of it?
That's the actual chemical that everyone worries about, and it's C8 is the main one, also known as perfluoroctane. What the fuck?
Perfluoroctano. Is that double O, bro?
Yeah, it's that double O. Is it?
Perfluoroctanoic acid.
Basically, it's caused a lot of birth defects in
God.
women's fetuses. So, like, babies have been coming all fucked up and shit.
Yeah, and baby fetuses.
And it's been causing just different types of cancers. But it's another one of those things that people like to say, no, it's a conspiracy, and the big corporations don't want to hurt people. But it's like, no, they know that there's a lot of fucked up shit out there, and they hide it from you to get a quick buck.
That's the reason why they all invest in, like, there's a reason why, like, you hear of, like, more of people with money that invest in, like, clean diets and shit like that. It's because they know it's worth it. There's a reason why that food costs more, because, you know, it's not the normal shit that they want, that they fucking, what us fucking peasants eat is not like what, like, the upper classes eat. They get cleaner food than us. It's the truth. Gotta watch what the fuck you put in your body. It's a war on our physical forms and our minds.
Very true. Preach, brother.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It's not even, well, it is sad, but something where
It's depressing.
it's amazing that once you kind of look into it, and once you actually take the time to just do a little bit of research and just kind of peek through the veil, to say, because at the end of the day, none of us are ever taught or preached this information.
Yes.
No one ever in my 12 years at a public school system, because that's what you always have to go back through, K through 12. That's when, like, the government is reinforcing that main base of knowledge. It's up to you to go to college or to pursue any type of trade or any type of external knowledge after that. Mm-hmm. So it's always about, what did you learn in that basic mandatory school? It was none of this.
And that's why that's something I'm interested in. I wonder how, I guess actually I know. Because, you know, yeah, actually, I know. I was talking to my cousin not too long ago, actually, and she was asking my opinion on a question that they asked on whether or not dropping the nukes on Japan was a good decision or not. And I remember she was like, everybody was like, yeah. And then she and, like, one other kid was like, nah, that's kind of fucked up. And, like, she was coming,
motherfucking thing. They came hard on the court at Pearl Harbor.
Nah, dog. But even if we had already won it at that point, we just dropped it just to drop them. That's what history shows, at least. She didn't even know that shit, and that's what I was telling her. And she was just saying it because it's like, yeah, it's fucked up to fucking just blow the fuck up out of people. I'm like, well, yeah, you're kind of right about that, but
you don't know what it's like to have a surprise attack and have a bunch of people die.
Yeah, but you don't
have to bomb a civilian city. All I'm saying is that like
two civilian cities.
All I'm saying is it's really easy to Monday night quarterback a fucking war. It's really easy to Monday night quarterback a war and say, well, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. But no, I think that at the heat of the moment, they're like, nah, if these motherfuckers are willing to kamikaze into our shit, we need to send a reality chick like, oh, you just gonna start just bombing shit after you just sent us a letter, like last minute, like, okay, we're gonna drop this bomb real quick, let you know it's good.
2 bombs.
Again, we're gonna drop the first one to let you know it's good. But you know what? I think within the rebel soul was just like, pussy. And then he's like, I think someone just called us a pussy over there. And he's like, oh, really? They call us a pussy cut?
They just called us a pussy over the radio intercoms.
Hey, swing back around. Low clips real quick.
They just sent us a Morse code. You pussery.
It's like someone sent a letter. They were like, no,
fuck are you, Mr. Americans? Fuck that. Send another nuke over there, or another atom bomb. You know what? Send Fat Man or Fat Boy this time.
And also,
blow the fuck up out of him.
I would think now with communications being as fast and accurate as it is, if I can send a tweet out today and everyone in the world can see it tomorrow, there's no reason why there should be any type of late intel going out and shit. Like, nigga, what? I just sent a tweet out and everyone saw it. What? You gonna tell me? You gonna tell me you didn't get that communication?
Hey, bro. If I was president for a day, the first thing I'm tweeting is release the nukes.
Bruh, you don't want...
And then I'll at that at Kim Jong-un. I'll at that at Vladimir Putin. And then at the same time, I will actually release the nukes and be like, what's good?
Bruh, you don't want me to be the president of the United States. You want to know why?
Free Wi-Fi? Reparations. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I'll release the nukes. I'll give reparations to all black people.
I don't think we have enough of that. But...
well, we're about to go into a nuclear holocaust anyway. Fuck it. I think that's probably the only time where people are like, well, shit. Like, all the cabinet board will be there and they'll be saying, like, well, Mr. President, you did cause a nuclear holocaust, so technically we why not give all that money to the blacks? we were never going to do it anyway, but it seems kind of ironic now. That's the only way blacks are getting reparations.
You know what I would do? If I was president, this shit would be fucking wild. Because off top, I would legalize marijuana and I would just tax it like wine. I would just have the same tax because that's, it has seasons where it needs to grow most optimal.
Actually, I got a real question about marijuana before you keep going, but I'll ask you in a minute. Yeah, keep going.
But also, like, I would solve like the Republicans' problems because I'd be like, yo, we ain't building no stupid fucking wall, okay? That's dumb.
Yeah,
okay?
That is a waste of money.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend about $1 million on bear traps. And I'm gonna like have them strategically placed all throughout the motherfucking border. But the thing is, though, if you can survive the trip to certain outposts and like get there, boom, you get citizenship.
Make it a game. Make it a game.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, hey, you know what? And it's gonna be like getting to the top of fucking Mount Everest. People die trying to get to Mount Everest.
Yeah.
If you really want to get this freedom cut, you're gonna get across this motherfucking bear trap sea.
I think also with that you gotta put low level mines just in case they try digging under.
Oh yeah.
So then if they try digging under, you could trip a mine.
Nah, that's the thing though, because
and then you could
because
you don't want them to cheat. They're going to cheat. These motherfuckers want to get over here. They'll just cheat. They'll be like, yo.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a way where it's like you can't tunnel because it's like if you didn't come through a certain point, it's going to be like, nah, you cheated. You literally would have to come through this point, and if you don't come through this point right here, we're going to know you cheated because there's no way to to
so
do
what
it.
would you do? Like stamp them?
No, would
you start like placing implants in everybody's hands or something?
Nah, just have like a crazy camera system where it'd be like, yo, you have a fucking camera system looking down, and basically it's like
Yeah.
picture a ticket booth.
Yeah.
But
So,
all throughout there is a hidden bear.
Yeah.
There's not going to be
really quick. So, yeah, exactly. It's like a ticket booth. So
it's not like some jackass
you're
shit where
you're gonna keep all the laws that are already in place, but then on top of that, you have to, if you can make it through this crazy sketchy land, then you deserve
it's
to
way
get it.
cheaper to just drop bear traps in places instead of doing that.
Yeah, like you said, for about $1 million, you could probably do that for sure.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
$1 million on bear traps. How much? Google how much a bear trap is.
Bear trap's like $163.
Really?
Maybe even cheaper.
For real, Google it. I need to see it with my own eyes. That's fucking crazy. That's a fucking nice price. I might start buying bear traps myself.
$200 for big ones.
Jesus fucking Christ!
You can go for $19 if you want.
Oh God. Okay, wait.
So $269.
What's $1 million divided by 300? By 300? By 300? Yeah, we'll do like the most expensive common one. $1 million divided by 300. I don't know. I don't feel like doing that math in my head. Let's see what that is.
Wait, what?
$1 million divided by 300. That's too much. Yeah, there you go.
That's not enough bear traps.
That's not enough bear traps. We're getting somewhere with 3,333 bear traps. We're kind of getting somewhere. We're at least proving a point. Or maybe that's what makes it even scarier. Have them very far spread.
Well, it's not going to be side by side. It's just the idea of knowing that there's bear traps out there would scare people. But if you make it through the sea of bear traps, for sure, you earned your fucking. You earned the right.
And then in the ocean, we need to put like sea mines, so they can't like easily boat around.
Again, it's all about you have to come a certain way. If we
You're right. I see what you're getting at.
And the thing is, though, we'd have to do the same for the North. This is all about being fair.
Yeah, did you?
We just have to have crazy ass.
Have you fucking seen what's going on in the northern border?
Hey Tim, you know what the real thing is?
What?
Fuck all this border trap. This is stupid. Leaving bear traps at the border is dumb. Leaving bear traps at the northern border is dumb.
Yes.
Fucking all this just dumb. You know what we need to do? Fuck Ninja Warrior. What we need to do is we need to have getting into the country, doing some crazy shit that's almost life threatening, like to the point where there's a 70% chance that you could die. Because
because it's worse if you got injured.
That's the fast track way. The fast track way is a 70% chance you can die, but you don't have to wait in that waiting period, or you can just file the papers and just do the normal shit, you know?
No.
I think that's fair. Because do you know how long it is to wait? Because I remember I had a college professor, and he was like, yo, he was about to sneak his wife in because it was so long, and he was an American.
Yeah.
She was from Guatemala, and he was like, well, fuck, this is ridiculous. It's been like a year, almost 2 years. He's like, I'm just thinking about just smuggling you in illegally and just doing it like that. But then eventually she got her visa, and she got in, she became a citizen, but I feel like that's fucked up.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. Do it illegally. I'm completely for doing it illegally if you want to do that way.
But what about those that like they just want to leave? You're a criminal, maybe? You want to start a new chapter?
Yeah, totally do it. It's a great idea. It's a great fucking idea.
Anyone, but think about
anyone, it's a great idea. But that's the thing. If you get caught up, that's your shit. You gotta fucking take that L. It's a great idea to come over here it's a great idea to do anything illegal as long as you don't get caught. That's my whole deal.
Like, what if some Russian pimp wants to come through that northern border and he's just like, fuck, man, like,
damn, he just went over the top, old Bering straight type shit. He's a gangster.
Hey, but still, he wants to. He's like, you know, in Mother Russia, I was the best acrobat. I can make this course. And he just like beats through it, and then he just like becomes the most G ass motherfuckers over
Yeah,
there.
have you ever seen
Just saying cheeky breaky.
Cheeky breaky?
What's that fucking mean?
I forgot. I looked it up. I forgot. What was it? Oh yeah, have you seen the Canadian border? What's like going on up there? There's nothing. There's the trees are even gapped. Like, I'm pretty sure what I actually look that shit up. Look up the Canadian border, because the picture I saw of it, there's a giant space where you're free to walk across. There's nothing there. I want to say that's true, but I'm actually stupid. I just kind of saw a picture of it. I was like, oh, that must be true. Not right there. Right there. That one. That is it, isn't it? Look at that shit.
Yeah, you just run through the trees.
The trees are even cleared for you. What kind of shit is that?
That's actually a pretty sick border. It's just because no one really thinks of coming through that, except for like it's because, you know what? I don't know why the whole like border thing is always fixed on Mexicans and like the Mexico border, when it's like, nah, nigga, people come from the north too.
Yeah,
Like,
those are the real threats. Oh, I shouldn't. Excuse me. They're not the threats per se.
I would say more
But
tech savvy threats.
Those
I feel like that's what we get, like, the
those
Russians
are
and
the
Chinese
ones
from.
that are actually breaking the law more so.
Because they're smuggling the pharmaceutical drugs of a
Not
higher
it,
grade.
that, and just Canadians or other people that get flown into our countries and overstay their visas. That's where a lot of like the whole fucking
Visa issue comes from.
Yeah,
Because no one suspects the Canadian guy.
no one wants to arrest the white person. That's what's happening. As long as the white person has money to keep themselves in a hotel room or even an apartment room, and maybe even get a part-time job and keep feeding the system, nobody fucking cares.
And for those of you that are listening still at this point in the Blog Side Podcast, we're not being racist. We're just taking jokes and talking shit.
We're just talking like factual jokes is all I like to call them. I mean, yo, ask me if I want to fucking go back to 1851 as a black person.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly.
We talked about that. You can't go back in time
You can't go
as
back.
a black person. It's literally impossible.
I
It's a
do
bad
if
time.
I was full Mexican instead, I'd do it. I'd be down. I could if all else fails in America, I could at least make it back to Mexico. You know,
Nah,
I could make it to Southern California and like be among Mexicans.
I would just go back to like.
Well, yeah, it's not safe for black people.
Nope, not at all.
Why
Well,
did y'all have? Yeah, everybody wanted the white navigator to come around, because he usually came on like big extravagant boats and gold.
Ooh, who are you talking about?
Christopher Columbus,
Christopher Columbus.
he had gold on him
Yeah, he did.
and a boat,
Spaniards.
couple boats. Those are white people.
Yeah, and they came and they like raped most of civilization.
Yeah,
I think they're number 2 to the Huns though.
Yeah. My lord, those Huns.
Like Khan, that motherfucker was getting busy.
Is that considered Asian?
Technically, yeah.
How long was that
Well,
period?
think about it. Asia is like considered like if you're gonna say India,
Yeah.
that's Asian.
you're
If you're
Asian.
gonna say Asia, Asian.
Yeah, they don't like it though. They don't like it. They don't like being
Yeah,
called
well,
Asian.
well, fuck them. Like, I'm
Kinda
not,
like-
not fuck
well-
them like seriously, but
well-
I mean, come on, get over it. Like, if you're Canadian,
Is it-
you're still an American because you're in North America.
Yeah, you're still a white
so
person.
Fuck you.
You're a white person if you're like white Canadian. You're a white person. Yeah. What was I about to say?
Like, they call me African American when
Yeah.
I not from Africa. I'm an
Yeah.
American who happens to be of African descent. That's the
you're-
proper way you should actually say it.
I
But
think. What
for-
about Black American? I like Black American.
Well, whatever
Or
you want to
Black
say,
American.
but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I feel like the only ones who are true African Americans of today would be if you
Nigerian
are
immigrants and
Yeah,
shit like that.
exactly. If you're an immigrant
Yeah.
or someone of a second
Yeah.
generation, it's like, oh no, I'm an African. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so washed out.
yeah. Like we're so our ancestors are so distantly removed from Africa.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't deserve that title of being called African Americans. We should be called like American Africans.
We're not even sure if we're from the lands of Africa, because there's black people throughout all the lands, all over the place. Like normal tribal people are usually black.
True that. I'm not gonna argue that.
South America, fucking lands of the Asias, all over.
Very true.
Yeah.
Wise words.
That's why it's not actually African American. If you're here, but I feel Black American fits pretty well because you're an American that's black.
You get your blammer yet?
I got it.
You got on the range yet?
No, I was actually going to go yesterday, but I thought it was going to rain. So then I'm just waiting on a nice day now. I should have went yesterday because it actually didn't rain. But yeah, I'm just waiting on it now. It's pretty nice. It's decent. I mean, it's a cheapie, but for what it's for, just.
So you're gonna ride the bike to the range?
No, I was gonna go with my dad.
Okay.
And we're gonna take a few other things out, but I wanted to see how that one feels because I cleaned it off, I oiled it back up. I just need to shoot it, see how it actually feels, and clean it all again.
Nice.
I mean, I got this fucking shotgun, and I need to make sure that it's going to do what I need it to do.
When you ride on your enemies?
more like when my enemies attempt to ride on me, hopefully I could retaliate back hard enough. That's how I kind of look at it. Hopefully.
The Block is Hot podcast has no enemies. I would hope so. We all love everybody.
I definitely don't want to put myself out for murder right now. That could make things complicated in the future.
Definitely.
When I have to murder someone. Allegedly.
So shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'm not sure. I mean,
the world's coming to an end. Yeah.
No. Don't say that. I don't say it's coming to an end. I feel like it's coming to
life is coming. Life is.
It's a new wipe.
Life is coming to an end. Yes, life is coming to an end. No matter who you are,
don't be such a Debbie Downer.
It's not a Debbie Downer. I mean, it sounds Debbie Downer, but realistically,
you're being a real Debbie Downer.
No, I don't mean. I mean, yeah, sure, it comes off Debbie Downer. I sound like a Debbie Downer. I must be a Debbie Downer. But it's only natural. It's supposed to happen. You just got to accept it. I'm sorry. I still have some harshities accepting it myself, but yeah, it's gonna happen. It's cool. It's cool.
That's why you should read Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
Yeah, so I get some bitches on my dilly, right? I feel like when I die, that's something that I don't want to miss out on. Like, damn, I feel like I already missed on it. I'm going to probably die. Like, damn, I could have fucked way more hoes.
If he crazy, rest in peace. But that nigga in hell, he in hell.
He in hell?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Sorry.
I trusted you!
Fuck you and you're welcome!
You gotta throw the textbooks on now.
So you read textbooks, huh?
Dude, I've just been reading mad books lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
TV just hasn't been getting my dick hard lately. All I've been getting my dick hard lately off of is just reading some good old fashioned books.
I actually canceled all my subscriptions.
That's good. Save some cash for that ass.
Yep.
But unfortunately, Kindle Unlimited comes with my Amazon subscription already for Prime, and I use that just for anything, whether it's some extra paint or just whatever. I've already paid the once a year fee. So I have it. So I have digital books, and if I really enjoy a book or something, I'll buy it to have a hard copy in my collection.
Yeah, I got a lot of books I gotta catch up on as it is.
My last book that I actually just picked up and it came in today is The Grimm's Complete Fairy Tale by the Brothers Grimm.
Where do you get your books off of? The actual hard copies?
I got this from Amazon.
Oh, you got it from Amazon too?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. I really fuck with Amazon. It's a nice hard copy book, and it has all the classic fairy tales, but the real fairy tales. It has the real Cinderella, the real fucking Little Mermaids and shit. Not that old pussy ass Disney shit where it's all nice. Fairy tales were stories that were used to warn children, and they were the cool versions.
Word. Yeah.
I don't know.
Thoughts.
Well, shit, man. Well, fuck. What music? Because I mean, we're gonna jam out to a tune at least to leave y'all with at the end of the day. But what have you been listening to lately?
I haven't been listening to too much music. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people racing cars, and that's actually what's weird is that's actually what I like to read too. It makes it easier.
Well, I'm talking about like projects with lyrics, hip hop, rock.
I haven't really been into any music lately.
Have you been listening to any throwbacks?
Not really. Music is it's mainly because I'm not driving right now. Like, I don't have a car. My car situation is kind of until I finish fixing mine, which is coming.
Well,
but yeah, that's my main time that I listen to music is when I'm in a car. So I don't really have much of anything right now.
You know what? I listen to a lot of hip hop. I listen to a little bit of country. I listen to a little bit of pop. I listen to rock. I listen to
definitely
things with strings and different bands.
Yeah.
But I mean, I watched this movie, Out Cold. Came out in early 2000s. Real dope movie.
You're getting into Zapp Rogers?
It was about snowboarding. And that was about the time where like I'd gone snowboarding and was really into it, and it was just kind of cool. It came out, but it was also kind of like a love drama where they're going. And I think I was going into middle school. I was probably like in 7th grade, and the idea was just like, man, fucking shit was dope. Weezer, you fuck with Weezer?
Weezer, oh yeah.
So I figure if we're gonna go out after talking about some crazy conspiracies and crazy topics, it doesn't always have to be hip hop. It can be something else, to let you, music is something that should be diversified.
I like that one.
So I feel like this is a timeless classic that I feel like everyone will enjoy.
We should have Hash Pipe, but that one's nice too.
Oh, of course.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I like this one too.
So, for the Block is Hot followers and all those that are out there, we want to say thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Blockheads.
Blockheads.
And your tinfoil hat fucks.
Tinfoil hat motherfuckers. Y'all helping us out there.
Yeah, thanks for all the views that you guys are pouring into us. You guys really bumped us the fuck up.
I know. Shout out to Sam Tripoli. Yeah. That is our guy.
Yo, spread the word.
Shout out to all the truth community guys. Shout out to Flat Earthers.
Trust us. If you like us, your friends will like us.
And just shout out to those with, just different opinions that aren't afraid to show them, and
shout out to all the pairs.
We'll catch you here next week. After that, I will be taking a break, going on a little vacation, and then we'll be back on a follow-up on a later episode. And also, we want to apologize for this one, It's Tim Redhose was doing some stand-up.
Yeah, I'm not mobile as I was in the past, so it's a little bit much on the bank account to have to Uber all over the place. So I kind of had to pick the podcast or do some comedy. So I chose to work on that a little bit last night. But yeah, we're here tonight. And hey, fucking March 14th, not gonna have a show next week, so I won't be able to plug it next week, but I'm gonna plug this shit this week. March 14th, it's Thursday. If you're in the Pomona area, come out, check me out at the Alley Gallery. I'm gonna be doing a set there.
We're gonna have a show next week. I'm not leaving on Tuesday. I'm leaving on Thursday.
Oh. All right then. Well, I'll
catch that extra plug right now. Save it in your calendars.
Yeah. I'll just do it again next week for sure, bitch.
All right, and to those of you out there, I am your host, Famous Amos, aka Unidentified Black Male, aka your mother's last mistake, aka that dude over there, aka Pinky, and my co-host.
It's Tim Redhose, a.k.a. Tim the Hoon, a.k.a. George Hooney, a.k.a. Hoonius Ferg, a.k.a. the a.k.a. the a.k.a. the a.k.a. your mother's favorite brother. We out. Blockheads.